It starts with a stare. You're sitting on the couch, lost in thought. And you suddenly feel it. That familiar gaze. You glance over, and there they are. Your dog. Eyes locked on you. Unblinking. Unmoving. Watching. And for a moment, you wonder, what are they thinking? Why do they look at me like that? Is it love? Is it loyalty? Or could it be something else, something darker, more instinctual? Today, we're going to decode that stare. Because when your dog fixes their eyes on you, it's not random. It's a message. A silent one. And what they're trying to tell you might change the way you see them forever. Let me take you back to a story that will never leave me. A dog named Nova, a female Belgian Malinois raised by a single father and his daughter. Every morning, Nova would sit at the edge of the girl's bed, silently watching her until she woke up. No whining. No barking. Just a calm, focused gaze. It freaked out the father at first, until he started noticing something else. Nova would stare only when the girl had a bad dream the night before. Like she knew. Like she was trying to tell her, I'm here. You're not alone. That's when it clicked. The stare wasn't just a stare. It was emotional awareness in action. So, let's dig into the science and psychology of why your dog stares at you, and what they're really trying to say. The most common reason? It's the one we all hope for: love and bonding. Eye contact is powerful. In fact, studies have proven that when a dog stares at their owner with soft, relaxed eyes, both the dog and the human release oxytocin, the very same hormone that bonds mothers with babies. That's right. When your dog looks at you with those soft, dreamy eyes, they're literally bonding with you on a chemical level. It's their way of saying, you're my person. You're my home. But not all stares are the same. And not all of them mean love. Sometimes, that intense gaze has nothing to do with affection, and everything to do with expectation. Dogs learn our patterns. They know what happens when you reach for the leash, open the fridge, or glance toward the door. So, if your dog is staring you down with laser focus, it might be because they're anticipating something, like a walk, a treat, or even your next move. That stare? It's a question, what's next, boss? For working breeds like Malinois, Border Collies, and German Shepherds, that expectation-based stare is practically hardwired. They're problem solvers. Watchers. Waiting for the signal. Then, there's the stare that often gets misunderstood, the dominant or controlling stare. Some trainers say that if a dog stares at you without blinking and with a stiff body, they're trying to assert dominance. But here's the truth, real dominance in dogs is far more nuanced than that. Yes, a tense, upright stare can indicate assertiveness or even discomfort, but more often than not, it's confusion or lack of clear leadership. Dogs don't want to control you. They want clarity. If your dog stares with hard eyes and a frozen body posture, they might be saying, I don't know what you want from me, and I'm unsure how to act. The answer isn't fear. It's guidance. But some stares aren't about dominance or love, they're about emotional reading. Dogs have evolved alongside humans for tens of thousands of years. They watch our eyes, our expressions, even the tiniest muscle twitch in our faces. So, when your dog stares at you during a fight, or when you're sad, or when you're excited, they're not just witnessing your emotions. They're absorbing them. A Malinois named Zeke would stare at his owner every night after a panic attack. And when asked why, the owner said, it's like he's checking if I'm still broken. If he needs to protect me again. That kind of stare isn't control. It's guardianship. Then there's the training stare, the one you may not even realize you've encouraged. Dogs trained using eye contact commands or reward systems often develop the habit of watching your eyes obsessively. Why? Because they've learned that your eyes hold all the information. A raised brow. A side glance. A twitch of your hand. It's all data to them. They're watching your face the way a pilot watches their dashboard. Your stare becomes a roadmap, and to a highly attuned dog, it's everything. But perhaps the most haunting stare is the silent one. The stare your dog gives you when you're not paying attention. When you're on your phone. Distracted. Distant. They just look. They watch. Sometimes with a tilted head, sometimes with stillness. That stare? It's a question. Are you still here with me? Or have you gone somewhere else? These quiet moments are often missed by busy owners. But they are some of the most meaningful interactions your dog is offering. A chance to reconnect. So what should you do when your dog stares at you? First, observe the context. Are their eyes soft or hard? Is their body relaxed or tense? Are they sitting calmly or frozen in place? A soft gaze, especially with a wagging tail or a slow blink, almost always signals love, trust, or attention seeking. A tense, Hard stare with a still body may signal anxiety, insecurity, or a call for direction. If your dog is giving you the love stare, lean into it. Hold the gaze for a few seconds. Blink slowly. Smile. Dogs understand that language. That moment becomes an emotional bridge between you and them. If your dog is staring out of confusion or intensity, redirect their energy, give them a task, a command, or a clear cue. Let them know you see them. And that you're listening, too. Because here's the deeper truth. When a dog stares at you, they're not just watching, they're reaching. Reaching for connection. For guidance. For comfort. And every stare is a chance for us to respond, not just as owners, but as companions. As friends. As family. So the next time your dog locks eyes with you, don't just wonder what it means. Feel it. Because behind that stare could be loyalty, love, confusion, devotion, or even a question only you can answer. And once you learn to read that look, you'll never miss another message from your dog again.